Kelly from Craft and a Cuppa, and this is a little crochet vlog. I'm making this one because I recently went to East Anglia Yarn Festival at Norwich, Norfolk Showground. I probably said all that a bit higgledy-piggledy, but yeah, that's where I went, and it was amazing. I had such a good time. Yeah, like last year I went because my pattern, I did like a version of the Granny Hexicadi, that won a competition for a crochet make along. So everybody could make that pattern along with a knit pattern as well, and then they got a ribbon and things like that. So like last year I went with my mum and we were literally chasing everybody who we saw with a hexicadi on. Like, oh, can I take your picture? Literally, we was just hunting everybody down that had that pattern on, and it was so much fun. This year I went, I had an amazing time because this year my pattern didn't win, and that's absolutely fine because this year I felt more relaxed, whereas last year I was a hot mess on the way there. I was just like, oh, I don't want to get out of the car, I'm so scared, so nervous. I was more worried to think about getting out of the car and no one having made the pattern, because I'd have been like, oh no. But that didn't happen. There was lots of people wearing it, thank goodness. But anyway, this year I didn't really have that. I just went to shop and have fun, really. So yeah, I was a bit more relaxed this year, but I got there and I did not take a single photo of anything. So I'm a little bit annoyed with myself about that. What I really wanted to do actually, but I didn't dare, I wanted to vlog it. I wanted to take my camera and vlog my experience, but I weren't brave enough to do that. I don't even record when anyone else is in the house. I'm quite nervous. Well, actually, that's a porcupine. I do when my kids are about, but like any other adult, I'm like, ooh, I can't do that. Like recording myself like this is something that I would have done when I was like 5 or 6 and had an amazing time. Obviously not with a video camera because I'm a 90s child, so I wouldn't have had a video camera. But me and my friend used to record ourselves on the tape player going, hi, how are you today? Doing all interviews. I don't even know where this is going right now. I'm rambling. But anyway, I wanted to vlog my experience, but I wasn't brave enough. Maybe next year? I don't know. But I'm just a bit annoyed that I didn't take any pictures with anybody because I met so many people. Like people come up and said hi. Just a disclaimer, I am awful at small talk. I just get so nervous. So like maybe the first few people that I met, I was like, oh my God, I've got to try and keep the conversation going. Keep this conversation going. But luckily everyone who I met was really good, seemed to be really good at small talk. So I just kind of followed their lead. But I think I got into it a bit more the longer I was there. And yeah, it was amazing getting to meet people and chat to people that I've been talking to through the computer, really, because everything I do is based through the computer, isn't it? So yeah, it was lovely getting to meet some of you. If that was any of you, then hi again, loved meeting you. Yeah, but I was a bit disappointed with myself for not taking any pictures. But yeah, we had an amazing day. Yeah, so should we have a look at what I bought? Yes, let's get to the nitty gritty, because basically it's been sitting in the corner of my craft room since last Saturday. Today is now Wednesday and I need to put it away, and I thought I'm not going to put it away until I've done a little video sharing all the lovely goodies that I bought. Okay, so some of you may know that I've recently got into spinning, so I didn't get as much yarn as what I normally would have done. I was mainly there for all the spinning goodies, but I did still get some yarn. So I'm going to quickly show you that first. So, I can't remember what order I bought it in. I didn't really get a lot, like I say, but I got these two lovely, you see, I call them skeins, and I know a lot of people say skeins, and I'm like, oh, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. But at the yarn festival, I had lots of people saying skeins, so I was like, awesome, because I knew I'd done a few videos, and then I thought, oh my gosh, I've totally said that wrong, haven't I? So yeah, there was lots of people saying skeins and skeins. It must be like you say tomato, I say tomato, that sort of thing. But anyway, I got these two lovely sock yarns. There's 425 meters on each one, and it is from Henny Penny Makes, hennypennymakes.co.uk. I'm recording this on my phone, so I'm not sure if I've got it on a mirror image or if it's true, so you can actually read it. I'm not quite sure. But, yeah. I got these two. They're called Mary Poppins Collection, colourway. Jolly Holiday. I was like, yeah, they're a bit of me. Lovely. So, like last year when I went, I was buying sweater amounts. This year, because I've only used one lot from last year. I've still got loads from last year. But this year, I decided I'm going to get little ones for possibly summer tops. That's what I'm thinking. Like, kind of like what I'm wearing right now, actually. I might make one with this. I've got the Love Hearts. I can't remember what it's called. Can't remember what it's called. Young Hearts Run Free. So I've layered this today because it's still a little chilly. But in the summer, this is nice to wear with like a maxi skirt or something like that, or a pair of jeans or trousers or shorts, whatever. So I might make a few tops like this. I'm going to do some strappy tops, I think, for the summer. So there's those two from Henny Penny Makes. Lovely. Next up is James. I was so excited to meet James. I only came to know about James because Laura, who does the East Anglia Yarn Festival, she was sharing all the vendors, and she shared James Makes Yarn, and I looked at it and was like, that's a bit of me. That is 100% a bit of me. So yeah, I was very, very excited to visit his stall. When I got in there, he was the first one there, and there were so many people around his stall. I was like, ooh, I'm going to have to come back. So I did a lap. I'm quite pleased I did, because I kind of got a bit more relaxed when I did my lap, because I was a bit, ooh. So yeah, I did a lap, and then I came back and saw him, and I was very delighted with my purchase that I got from James Makes Yarn. Here he is. I got two of these. Look at those. Oh my goodness, beautiful. So this is the colourway Love Hearts in 4-ply. Again, there's 425 meters on there. Look at it. Look at those speckles. That's what I wanted, was some lovely bright yarn with speckles. Well, this is like pastely. It's Love Hearts, isn't it? Literally to a T. So yeah, and it was absolutely lovely meeting James. He was absolutely lovely, and he looked amazing as well, just so colourful. I was like, love it, love it, love it, love it. So yeah, James Makes Yarn. Go check him out. It's www.jamesmakesyarn.com. But if you want to find him on Instagram, I'm pretty certain it's James Makes Things. That's what I'm thinking. I probably should have had a look before I did my video. I'm pretty certain his Instagram is James Makes Things. So go check him out. Amazing. Yep, love him. Right, next one. I got this. Look at that. Now this one is Aran weight yarn. I've never bought hand-dyed Aran weight before, but look at that. Look at that. I bought 3 of these. Sorry, I'm getting over a upper respiratory infection. That's what I ended up having. I don't know if you know, but I was poorly. I weren't even able to finish off my last surviving half term. I did record it, and then I weren't able to get it on that night, and then the next day I became unwell. I had fevers for 10 days straight. It was horrible. I got so emotional towards the end, like just felt so run down, so poorly. But the doctors said they thought it was an upper respiratory infection, which can take 14 days to clear. So I went to see them on day 7, and they said, yeah, you got to wait another 7 days and see if it clears up. And I was like, okay, I'll go home for another 7 days. But luckily, it probably took another 5 to 6 days. And yeah, I then got a cold and everything. I'm now dealing with a cold and a cough, but the fevers have stopped. That's the main thing. It's quite worrying never had fevers for that many days in a row. Anyway, I'm babbling on again as usual. So yeah, I got 3 of these. So this colourway is called Hair Up. Sorry, I do apologise for my coughing. And there's 166 metres on each one. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with this. Absolutely no idea whatsoever. But I couldn't just leave it there, so I had to take it. It's mine. It's mine now. But what am I going to make of it? I could make one of these. This is actually Aran, that I've used on here, this one. This is cotton, though. But I could make one of these. But mind you, it'd be a bit hot, wouldn't it? Maybe. I don't know. I've got it anyway. So that's good. So that is it for the yarn. Everything else is going to be spinning orientated. So if you're not too keen on spinning and you're like, now I'm done, you can go if you want. Not saying you can go. Oh, sorry. Sorry, not saying like off you can go. But yeah, it's all going to be spinning for a bit now. Right, let me show you what I got. Okay, so this is going to be in no particular order. I'm just going to have to dive into what's at the top. So I got these 2 because I am really bad for getting like multiple coloured yarn. Like, I don't know if you call, well, I say yarn, it's fibre, isn't it? I know with yarn we call it variegated, but I just say colourful, lots of colours in an art bat. That's what I normally tend to get. I just get drawn to all the colours. And I always forget to get like a plain colour as well. Because once you've spun one particular bit of fibre, you then have to spin another bit of fibre and then you ply them together. And you can do 2-ply, 3-ply, but they need to be plied with another yarn or a thread. I actually used some thread the other day from sewing and had to go with that. You know, I mean, it worked great, but I'm still a newbie. But yeah, so I love orange, I love yellow. So I got these 2. This one is blue-faced Leicester. This one is, I'm probably saying it wrong, Polwarth. That one. And I got these from Velvet Sixpence. Very good. Okay, I've got these 2 rainbow art bats. Love those. I don't have a label on these, so I don't know who I got them from. But they were like along the back, and I might be saying this wrong, but I feel like it said it was maybe like Norfolk Guild with spinning, possibly. But there was two ladies, and they each had their own things that they were selling, and I didn't catch the name of where I got these from. But I got 2. There isn't any label to say who did these, unfortunately, so I can't really say who it was, but I got these 2 rainbow art bats to spin. Okay, next up, I got these. These haven't got labels on them, but I know who I got these from. The lovely Charmaine from Yarn Tings. I absolutely love her. I love her so much. She's just, yeah, an absolute lovely, lovely person. Right. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Ah! I haven't actually got this out the bag since I've been home. Look at that. Oh, it's so soft. I wish you could just like reach in and just have a squidge of this because it feels amazing. So yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. Like, I am going to be practicing and practicing and practicing before I even dare to touch this, because I don't want to like mess it up. I do need to practice quite a bit more before I start digging into my lovely art bats. So yeah, I got that one. Love it. I did see another one that I wanted and I was going to go back, but I ended up making a very extravagant purchase, which I'll show you in a minute. So I weren't able to go back. And then I got this one, because like I said a minute ago, I love orange and I love yellow. So I got this one. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. Got bits of green in it, bits of pink. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I got these two from Charmaine at Yarn Tings. Definitely go check her out. I absolutely love her to pieces. Yeah, one of my favourite indie dyers. 100% love her. So yeah, got those two from Charmaine. Lovely jubblies. And then I've got a massive bag here full of fibre. Looking at the top, I think it might all be from the threshing barn, who I was incredibly excited to see, because they do spinning. They like specialise in spinning, accessories, wheels. I've recently actually just bought an e-spinner from them called the Electric Nano 2. I only had a couple of goes on it and I was a little bit rubbish, I'm not going to lie. I was struggling with my tension on it for some reason. I need to practice on it a bit more, if I'm honest. I do. I know I do. I've only had 2 goes, do you know what I mean? So I recently bought that from them. So I knew that they were going to be at the showground for the festival. So I was quite excited to go there. And then when I got there, I was just like, oh my gosh. They had spinning wheels. I did show some interest in the wheels. And I can't remember what her name was, but she was so lovely. She said, come back a bit later when it's not as busy, because it was absolutely heaving, but in a good way. It was all hustle and bustle, but real good. So come back a bit later when it's quiet, and you can have a sit at a wheel, which was amazing, because I really have been interested in buying one, but when I look online at them, it's a minefield. Like, I have no idea what sort of wheel to get. Being a newbie as well, a total beginner, like, I didn't want to spend loads of money on something and it not be right, and I can't do it very well. I mean, they are very expensive. Wheels are. They are. Maybe if you get them second hand, they're not as bad. But well, no, it's not saying not as bad. But being a newbie, it's quite a scary, daunting thing. Making such an extravagant purchase when I'm still really new. But they were there, and it was the perfect opportunity for me to have a sit at a wheel. So yeah, let me show you what I got actually, because I did get some fibre while I was there. Got this one. I got 2 of these, I think. Yeah, I have. This one, sorry, I got my hair in my mouth. This one's called Unicorn. So it's the threshing barn where I got these from. So I got these 2 to play with. Oh, love it. I don't even know where I'm going to put all this at the minute. I don't know. I'm running out of space, everybody. Like, where am I going to put it in the storage unit? Have you seen my storage unit? It's really bad. I'm covering my mouth because I'm not ashamed, but yeah, collecting yarn is a completely different hobby to using it. So yeah, collecting yarn is a separate hobby for me from using it. And I do have a lot. But whenever I want to make something, I never have the right yarn that I need to make that project. How is that even possible? How? So anyway, getting back to my fluff. I got these 2 as well, which are absolutely delightful. This one is called Hawaiian Dreams. So yeah, those 2. Me getting all excited about it. I picked up these 2 because, like I said before, I'm always attracted to the multicoloured ones, and then I forget that it would actually be nice to spin like a multicoloured one and ply it with a white, maybe. So yeah, I got 2 of those. These are all 100 grams, by the way. 100 grams of those. I just got loads. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. I got this one called Tuscan Dreams. It's got a bit of silk in it, this one. Ooh, so I got that one to play with. Pile up. Pile them up. I feel like I'm missing some somewhere. Oh no, I know what I've done. Alright, I got this one, which is called Unicorn 2.0. I know what I'm on about. And then I got some little ones in plain colours, which are 25 grams. So I got pink, mint green, like crazy fuchsia pink, purple, and yellow. I thought with these, because I've got a blending board where I can make my own art bats and rolags, they're called, so then you can then spin from the rolags. So I got myself a blending board, which is this. Oh. And this is also from the threshing barn, but I've still got a bit in there, look. I got this before I went to the festival. So yeah, so you just put your fibre on here, and then you brush it in with a proper brush, and then you can turn them into like rolags, and then you can spin. So I've got those colours to have a practice with blending. I've done a few myself actually, but yeah, I got those. So yes, I got those. But these two, this is what I was getting confused about. I ended up getting these two for free because I did end up making an extravagant purchase, and I did get myself a spinning wheel. I managed to go back and sit at one. It was still quite busy, but bless her heart, I wish I could remember her name. She was so lovely. She set me up with one. I wanted to try the Ashford Kiwi because that was the cheaper one, and I thought, yeah, like I don't want to spend loads and loads and loads of money on something and be really rubbish at it. So yeah, I'm going to show you that right now. Let me just pick up my thing and take you over to, excuse the mess. There it is. Can I get it in the screen? I've got a gimbal. I'm just trying to figure out how on earth to do it. Maybe I should turn it around a bit. Woohoo! So yeah, I got myself a spinning wheel. Now, I've had a couple of goes on it. Hang on, let me just recenter this if I can. All these devices. Don't know how to recenter it. Not really. Now, look at all that fibre sitting on the table. Oh my gosh. Where am I going to put it all? So yeah, I have had a little go on it on Sunday while my hubby made me a roast because it was Mother's Day as well. So I had a little play on it then. I cannot explain the amount of endorphins that my body released when I was spinning that yarn. It was, oh my God, it was amazing. Honestly, I felt so calm and buzzy at the same time. I can't even begin to explain it. It was just amazing. Like, if you're thinking of getting into spinning, have a go, honestly. Just get yourself a drop spindle. I have got a drop spindle, but it's currently buried underneath all of here. Like, but be warned, it's a bit of a rabbit hole, as you can tell. I fell into it like head first, just went straight down to the bottom. That's where I am, the bottom of the spinning rabbit hole. It's amazing. I love it. But I was just trying to squeeze it in between my crocheting at the same time. But yeah, so yeah, I got my lovely spinning wheel. It doesn't have a name yet, but I have called it She a couple of times, so maybe it needs a name. She needs a name. If anyone could think of a lovely name for my spinning wheel. I feel like it needs to begin with an S, but nothing's really stuck yet. But yeah, I bought that, and then we had to leave immediately to avoid bankruptcy. Basically. Yeah, and then and then something crazy happened. We went to the showground at Norwich, like just opposite the restaurant. We went to the showground restaurant and we walked in because we hadn't had nothing to eat all day, and it was about 1:30. We walked in, there was hardly anybody eating, and they said it's going to be half an hour wait if you want to wait at the bar, and then after the half an hour's up, come back to the bar and we'll seat you. And it was like, okay, do you know what I mean? We was hungry, just really wanted a nice little meal because me and my hubby were out without the kids, and we just thought, yeah, go on then, it'll be fine, we'll wait. So we sat down and we waited, and then we went back to the bar half an hour later, and then we got seated and we sat there for ages at our table. Nobody took our order. About 15 minutes must have passed, maybe even more, and I managed to flag someone down. I was like, can we order? And because it had been so long, we ordered our starters to come out. Well, my husband, he had starters, like, to come out with the mains, so we weren't like waiting for ages, because my mum was at home with all the kids and we wanted to get back, really. Yeah, so someone took our order. The food just took such a long time to come out. We were seeing everyone else who'd been seated like after us getting their food, and it was like, what's going on? By this point, my husband was getting a bit hangry because he hadn't eaten all day, and it's like it's not 2:30, is it? It's like nearly 3 o'clock at this point. It's nearly 3 o'clock. We've been in there an hour and a half, not eating nothing. So yeah, and then eventually it came out, and I lost the plot. I literally lost the plot. We ordered this side order called burgers with fry. Burger, like a cheeseburger fry thing. Loaded cheeseburger fries. The picture looked amazing. When it came out, I can't even talk about it now. When it came out, it looked nothing like the picture. It looked absolutely revolting, I've got to be honest. I just lost it. I lost the plot, and I just started laughing, and I was like, what's that? We didn't order that. And then it just got worse and worse, and I was struggling to breathe because I was laughing. I've got this cough as well. I was like gasping for air. My eyes were streaming. I looked down, I had scampi, and like I looked down at my plate, and it's like it had just been thrown on the plate. There was scampi all over the place. Sorry. And then I looked down at my peas, and I think I must have had about 10 peas. So it went from looking at this burger thing to mine. I looked at my peas, lost the plot even more, could not stop laughing. Then I looked at my husband's barbecue wings, and I lost it even more because they were like about that big. They were tiny. They hadn't been cooked in any sauce at all. And like someone had just got some barbecue sauce and splotched big splodgers all over his chicken wings. And I, like going from the burger to my peas to his chicken wings, I lost it. I lost it so bad, and I could not stop laughing. I was my eyes were streaming. I was crying, but laughing. I was crying with laughter so bad. So if you was in there and you saw me do that, that's why. I do apologise. I don't know what happened. I just absolutely lost it. Even my husband was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, he did join in with my laughing fit, which made it worse. So I was on my own, like, weeing myself, basically, with laughter. Crying, gasping for air between each laugh, like, I can't even do it. I'm going to choke myself. That was a bad example. But yeah, I got this cough, I got a cold, I was just like, water was coming out everywhere, literally. Oh my God. So yeah, I do apologise if you was in the showground and you saw me do that. I literally lost the plot. It was terrible. I was trying to eat my scampi and like not choke on it at the same time because I was still gasping for air in between each breath. So yeah, that was bad. Then when I come home and told my mum, she was like, did you pay for it? Didn't you complain? And I was like, no, we had to get out of there. We just had to leave. So yeah, that's the showground at Norfolk and Norwich. And last year I went with my mum, and I remembered I went in there with my mum for a meal after we went to the yarn festival, and we sat down at the table and we was like, no one come and took our order, and we said to the woman who was cleaning tables around us, who went, how do we order? Because it said table service. She went, oh, you got to go up and order. I was like, oh, okay then. So I went up to order, and it was a manager on the till. And he said, no, we take your order at the table. It's table service. I was like, oh, well, the lady said, like, I had to go up and order. And he was like, she should never have said that. Go sit back down and I'll get her to take your order. So I did. And then she come over about 10 minutes later, like, yeah, what are you doing? And I remember, it was a bad experience when I went with my mum. So I don't think I'm going to go there no more, which is a shame because it's right opposite the yarn festival, but I've had 2 bad services like 1 year after the other. But yeah, that was just hilarious. It's so funny in a bad way, but yeah, funny. At least I didn't get angry, do you know what I mean? My husband, when we was waiting for the food, he was like, should we just go? We haven't paid for nothing. Should we just go? Like, all our drinks, we'd paid for them. We were just waiting for the food to be brought out. And I was like, we can't just go. Just so they put out a CCTV on Facebook or something. Have you seen these people? This woman was wearing, I was wearing a Freeform sweater. Like, do you know what I mean? Everyone would be like, that's Kelly! We saw her at the yarn festival. No, we weren't leaving. No, sorry, we can't leave. We have to stay and get the food and get out of here. So yeah, that was quite funny. So after all that rant, I think that's probably about all I've got to say about the yarn festival. It was amazing and I had such a fantastic time, and I really hope it's running again next year because I will definitely be coming. And that's it. All right, I better go because I've been talking for ages. Right, see you later. Bye.